Removing a partner from a corporation isn't as straightforward as it might seem. Whether you're dealing with an S corporation or a C corporation, the process requires careful consideration of legal documents and corporate structure. First, it's important to understand that corporations don't have partners in the traditional sense. Instead, they have shareholders, officers, and directors. When people talk about removing a partner from a corporation, they're usually referring to removing a shareholder or an officer. Let's start with incorporators. These are the individuals or entities responsible for filing the articles of incorporation to create a corporation. Interestingly, an incorporator cannot be removed from the articles of incorporation. However, their role typically ends once the corporation is formed, unless they take on additional positions within the company. For S corporations, the process of removing a shareholder largely depends on the terms outlined in the shareholder agreement. This document usually covers the issue of shareholder buyouts, including any restrictions and required approvals. If there's no shareholder agreement, you'll need to refer to the corporate bylaws to determine how to transfer shares. Once all required approvals are in place, removing a shareholder involves effecting the stock purchase, canceling the departing shareholder's stock certificate, and updating the corporate records to reflect the change in ownership. In C corporations, the process is similar. The shareholder agreement is crucial in determining if and when the corporation can remove a shareholder. Certain events, such as divorce, disability, or personal bankruptcy, may force a shareholder to sell their stock, depending on the agreement's terms. For both S and C corporations, removing an officer typically involves calling a board of directors meeting and holding a vote for removal. This process should be outlined in the corporate bylaws. If no bylaws exist or if they don't address officer removal, the corporation should follow the procedure outlined in the Articles of Incorporation or refer to state law. It's worth noting that in small corporations, individuals often fill multiple roles. Someone could be a shareholder, an officer, and a director simultaneously. In such cases, each role must be addressed separately when removing the individual from the corporation. State laws play a crucial role when internal documents like corporate bylaws or shareholder agreements don't provide specific guidance on removing a shareholder, officer, or director. These statutes often specify default procedures, such as requiring board resolutions or majority shareholder votes. The key takeaway is that removing a partner from a corporation requires careful adherence to shareholder agreements, corporate bylaws, and state laws. Having well-thought-out documents in place can make the process smoother and help avoid potential legal complications. Remember, the specific steps for removing a partner can vary depending on the corporation's structure and governing documents. It's always advisable to consult with a legal professional to ensure compliance with all relevant laws and regulations when undertaking such a significant change in corporate structure.